Before the bright lights and the roaring crowds, I was just a kid from West Newbury, Massachusetts. I grew up with 4 brothers, and let me tell you, our house was always full of energy. We were a competitive bunch, always pushing each other to be better, stronger and faster. My dad, John Cena Sr., was a huge wrestling fan, and even worked as a ring announcer. He had this old wrestling ring set up in our basement. That basement was my first training ground, my first Madison Square Garden. It was where the dream started, surrounded by family and the raw energy of professional wrestling. My childhood was filled with a love for sports and competition. I wasn't just watching wrestling, I was living and breathing it. My brothers and I would try to copy the moves of our heroes, like Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. We'd put on our own little shows for anyone who would watch. But it wasn't just about wrestling. I loved all kinds of sports. I was also really into bodybuilding. I asked for a weightlifting bench for Christmas when I was just 12 years old. I wanted to be strong. I wanted to be someone who could stand up for themselves and for others. That desire, to be strong, both inside and out, was planted early on. Looking back, I see how everything was connected. The love for wrestling my dad passed down to me, the constant competition with my brothers, and that early passion for lifting weights all built the foundation for the man I would become. It wasn't about fame or money back then. It was about passion. It was about finding something you love and pouring your whole heart into it. I learned that if you want to achieve something great, you have to be willing to work harder than anyone else. That lesson started right there, in that small town, with a family that supported my biggest and wildest dreams. That small town kid had no idea what the future held. He didn't know he would one day perform in front of millions of people around the world. He just knew he had a fire inside him. He had a dream, and he was willing to do whatever it took to chase it. Every day was a new opportunity to get a little bit stronger, a little bit better. That mindset, that drive to never give up, wasn't something I learned in a WWE ring. It was forged in the basement of my family home, surrounded by the people who believed in me from the very beginning. When it was time for college, I took that competitive fire with me. I went to Springfield College in Massachusetts, a place known for its amazing physical education program. I decided to study exercise physiology. I wanted to understand the human body, to learn how to make it stronger and more efficient. This wasn't just about getting good grades, it was about fueling my passion. I spent countless hours in the library and the gym, learning everything I could about strength, conditioning, and what it takes to be an elite athlete. My education was another tool in my toolbox, preparing me for a future I couldn't yet see. While I was hitting the books, I was also hitting the football field. I played center for the Springfield College Pride football team. I was proud to wear the number 54, a number that would later become a part of my identity in the wrestling world. Being part of a football team taught me so much about teamwork, discipline, and leadership. I was even one of the team captains. It taught me that you're only as strong as your weakest link, and that you have to lift each other up to succeed. Those cold mornings and grueling practices built character. They taught me how to push through pain and exhaustion when your body is telling you to quit. After graduating, I had a degree in my hand and a dream in my heart, but the path wasn't clear. I packed my bags and moved to California with just a few $100s in my pocket. My goal was to become a professional bodybuilder. It was a tough time. I was working at a gym, folding towels and cleaning toilets, just to make ends meet. I even lived out of my old 1991 Lincoln Continental for a while. Some people might have given up, but for me it was just another challenge. It was a test of how badly I wanted it. I knew that every hardship was just a step on the journey. It was during this time while working at the gym that a friend suggested I try professional wrestling. A wrestling school called Ultimate Pro Wrestling, or UPW, was operating nearby. I walked in, and it felt like coming home. All those years of watching wrestling with my dad, all that time spent on the football field, and all the hours in the weight room suddenly clicked into place. I started training under the name The Prototype, because I was supposed to be the prototype of the perfect wrestler. It was the beginning of a new chapter, the moment I stepped from the football field and onto the path that would change my life forever. My journey in professional wrestling didn't start at the top. After my time in UPW, I got a developmental contract with WWE and was sent to Ohio Valley Wrestling, or OVW. This was like the minor leagues of wrestling. It was where you learned the ropes, honed your craft, and proved you had what it takes. I wrestled as the prototype there too, and even won the OVW Heavyweight Championship, but I was still searching for my true identity. I was big, I was strong, but I needed something more, to connect with the audience. I was just one of many hopefuls trying to make it to the big show. My big break came on June 27, 2002. Kurt Angle, an Olympic gold medalist and a WWE champion, issued an open challenge on SmackDown. I was the unknown rookie who answered that call. I walked out to the ring, looked him straight in the eye, and when he asked what made me think I could face him, I just said 2 words: ruthless aggression. Even though I lost that match, I earned his respect, and more importantly, I made a statement. I showed the world that I was hungry, that I was fearless, and that I belonged in a WWE ring. That night was the first step. But the ruthless aggression character wasn't quite it. I was still missing that special something. The real turning point came on a tour bus. I was in the back, freestyling some rhymes, and Stephanie McMahon happened to overhear me. She was impressed, and saw an opportunity. Soon after, I transformed into the Doctor of Thugonomics. I started coming to the ring wearing throwback jerseys, chains, and a baseball cap. I would cut rap promos on my opponents using my words to get under their skin. This character was cocky, edgy, and it connected with the fans in a huge way. It was me, but with the volume turned all the way up. The Doctor of Thugonomics was my ticket to stardom. It allowed my personality to shine through. Fans started to notice me. They either loved to cheer for me or loved to boo me, but the important thing was, they were making noise. This character gave me the confidence to be myself and to command the microphone. It was a crucial part of my evolution. It taught me how to entertain, how to engage with a crowd, and how to build a character that people would remember. It was the foundation upon which the John Cena you know today was built. It was loud, it was brash, and it was exactly what I needed. With the Doctor of Thugonomics persona in full swing, my career started to take off like a rocket. My first taste of gold in WWE was the United States Championship. I won it from the Big Show at WrestleMania 20 in 2004. That was a huge moment for me. WrestleMania is our Super Bowl, and winning a title there is a dream come true for any superstar. That victory proved that I wasn't just a gimmick. I was a serious competitor who could win championships. I went on to have a great run with the United States title, even introducing a custom spinner version of the belt that became iconic for that era. The next step was the biggest one of all, the WWE Championship. The journey to the top of the mountain led me to WrestleMania 21 in 2005, where I faced JBL for the title. He was the long-reigning dominant champion, and I was the young up-and-comer. That night in Los Angeles, I defeated him to become the WWE Champion for the very first time. Holding that championship above my head, with the crowd going wild, is a feeling I will never forget. It was the culmination of all the hard work, all the sacrifices, and all the belief I had in myself. I had reached the summit. Winning the title is one thing, but staying on top is a whole different challenge. Over the next decade, I was fortunate enough to be in the main event, facing the best of the best. I had legendary rivalries with superstars like Edge, Randy Orton, Triple H, and Batista. These weren't just matches, they were epic stories that played out over months, sometimes even years. Each opponent pushed me to my absolute limit and forced me to evolve. My rivalry with The Rock, a battle of 2 different eras, led to 2 of the biggest matches in WrestleMania history. These battles defined my career and helped solidify my place in WWE history. Throughout my career, I've been lucky enough to win the WWE Championship 16 times, tying the legendary Ric Flair for the most world title reigns in history. That's a number I'm incredibly proud of, not just for the personal achievement, but for what it represents. It represents consistency, longevity, and the trust that the company and the fans placed in me to be their champion. Each one of those 16 reigns was a new chapter, a new challenge, and a new opportunity to prove that I was worthy of carrying the banner for WWE. The championships were my proof of a long and hard-fought journey. As my career progressed, my character began to change. The Doctor of Thugonomics slowly faded away, and a new mantra took its place: hustle, loyalty, respect. This wasn't just a catchphrase to sell t-shirts, it was a code that I truly believe in and try to live by every single day. Hustle is about always working your hardest, no matter what you're doing. Loyalty is about being true to the people who believe in you and standing by your principles. And respect is about treating others the way you want to be treated, whether they are your biggest fan or your toughest critic. This new message was accompanied by another one: never give up. I started wearing wristbands and shirts with these words on them, and they became a rallying cry for so many people in the WWE universe. Life is going to knock you down. You're going to face obstacles and setbacks. There will be times when you feel like you can't go on. In those moments, I wanted to be a reminder that you have to get back up. You have to dust yourself off and keep fighting. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is how many times you get back up. This message was for every kid who is being bullied, and every adult facing a tough time. This positive message created a very unique reaction from the fans. While I became a hero to our younger audience, a lot of the older fans started to boo me. The dueling chants of "Let's go Cena" and "Cena sucks" became the soundtrack to my matches for years, and you know what? I loved it. It meant people were passionate. It meant they cared. I never wanted to be a character that everyone felt lukewarm about. I wanted to create a reaction. I respected every single fan, whether they were cheering or booing, because they paid their hard-earned money to be there and had a right to express themselves. Being a role model is a responsibility I have never taken lightly. When you're in the public eye, people are watching you, especially kids. They look up to you. I always wanted to use my platform to send a positive message. I wanted to show them that you can be strong without being a bully. You can be successful while still being a good person. The hustle, loyalty, respect, and never give up ethos wasn't just for my character in the ring, it was my promise to the fans. It was my way of trying to leave the world a little bit better than I found it. While my heart will always be in the wrestling ring, another world started calling my name. Hollywood. My first major movie role was in The Marine in 2006, produced by WWE Studios. It was a big action movie, and honestly, it was a whole new kind of challenge for me. Acting is a different kind of performance. Instead of a live crowd, you're performing for a camera, sometimes doing the same scene over and over again to get it just right. It was a learning experience, and it really opened my eyes to a new way of telling stories and entertaining people. It was the first step in a brand new journey. For a while, I continued to do action movies, but I really wanted to show people that I could do more. A big turning point was my role in the comedy movie Trainwreck in 2015. People were surprised to see me in a funny role, and it showed a different side of my personality. That movie opened up so many doors for me in comedy. I went on to have roles in movies like Sisters, Daddy's Home, and Blockers. I loved making people laugh. It was a different kind of satisfaction than getting a cheer in the wrestling ring, but it was just as rewarding. My acting career has taken me to some amazing places. I've been a part of huge blockbuster franchises like Fast and Furious, where I got to play Dom Toretto's brother, Jacob. I also entered the world of Transformers in the movie Bumblebee. Each role was a chance to learn from incredible actors and directors. I approached acting the same way I approached wrestling, with hustle. I showed up early, I stayed late, and I was always prepared. I wanted to prove that I wasn't just a wrestler trying to act. I was an actor who was serious about the craft. Then came Peacemaker. Getting to play this character, first in the Suicide Squad movie and then in his own TV series, has been an incredible ride. Peacemaker is a complex guy. He's a douchey Captain America who believes in peace at any cost, no matter how many people he has to kill to get it. The show allowed me to explore comedy, action, and real, deep emotion. It's been one of the most challenging and fulfilling roles of my career. It showed that I could lead a project and connect with an audience in a completely new way, all while wearing a ridiculous helmet. Of all the titles I've won and all the movies I've been in, nothing is more important to me than the work I've done with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. This incredible organization grants the wishes of children who are battling critical illnesses. Early in my WWE career, I was asked if I would meet a child, and I said yes, without hesitation. That first meeting changed my life. Seeing the joy on that child's face and the hope it gave their family showed me the real power of the platform I had. It wasn't about me. It was about them. It was about giving them a moment of happiness and an escape from their struggles. Over the years, meeting these amazing kids has become the most important part of my life. I've had the honor of granting more wishes than anyone else in the history of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I recently passed the 650 wish mark, and that's not a record I ever set out to break. It's just what happens when you keep saying yes. Each wish is unique and special. These children are the strongest, bravest people I have ever met. They face challenges most of us can't even imagine, and they do it with a smile and with incredible courage. They are my heroes. My commitment to giving back also extends to the men and women of the United States military. These are the true superheroes. They sacrifice so much to protect our freedom, and I believe it's our duty to support them and their families. For years, WWE has had a wonderful partnership with the USO and has held our annual tribute to the troops event. I've had the privilege of traveling overseas to military bases in Iraq and Afghanistan to perform for our service members. It's a small way to say thank you and to bring them a little piece of home during the holidays. Shaking their hands and hearing their stories is a truly humbling experience, whether it's with Make-A-Wish, the USO, or supporting breast cancer awareness with Susan G. Komen. I believe that if you are in a position to help, you have a responsibility to do so. The fame and the spotlight are temporary, but the impact you can have on someone's life can last forever. It's the real legacy. It's more important than any championship belt or box office number. It's about using your voice to lift others up. It's about living the values of hustle, loyalty, and respect in the real world, where it matters most. That is the true measure of a champion. As I stand here today, on December 5th, 2025, I know that my time as a full-time WWE superstar is coming to a close. The body can only take so much, and the next generation of talent is ready and waiting to carry the torch. I've been so fortunate to have a career that has lasted over 2 decades, and I'm filled with nothing but gratitude. I've had the chance to perform on the grandest stage of them all, to travel the world, and to meet so many incredible people along the way. It's been the ride of a lifetime, and I wouldn't trade a single moment of it. Recently, I announced that my final run in WWE will end at WrestleMania. It just feels right. WrestleMania is where my championship journey began, and it's where it should end. I want to have one last series of matches, to get in the ring with some of today's top stars, and give it my all, one more time. I want to say thank you to the WWE Universe, in person, the right way. It's not a sad ending, it's a celebration. It's a chance to close this amazing chapter of my life with my head held high, surrounded by the energy and passion of the fans who have been with me since day one. When people look back on my career, I hope they remember more than just the matches and the championships. I hope they remember the message. I hope they remember never give up. I hope that any kid who ever felt like they weren't good enough, or any person who was struggling to get by, heard that message and found a little bit of strength to keep fighting. I hope they remember hustle, loyalty, respect, and tried to apply those values in their own lives. My goal was always to be more than just a wrestler. It was to be a source of motivation and inspiration. My legacy, I hope, is not written in record books, but in the hearts of the fans. It's in the kid who wore my t-shirt and stood up to a bully. It's in the family that found a moment of joy through a Make-A-Wish visit. It's in the soldier who smiled during a tribute to the troops show. My time in the ring may be ending, but that connection will last forever. The WWE Universe made me who I am, and for that, I will be forever grateful. This isn't goodbye, it's just see you later. The spirit of what we built together will never fade away. So, what does the future hold? While I may be hanging up my wrestling boots, I'm not slowing down. My journey in Hollywood is still just getting started. I want to continue to take on challenging roles, to make people laugh, to make them feel something. I want to keep growing as an actor and a storyteller. I'm excited to see what new characters and new worlds I get to explore. The passion I had for the wrestling ring is the same passion I now bring to a movie set. The hustle continues, just in a different arena. The work is never done. I will also continue to dedicate my time to the causes that mean so much to me. My work with Make-A-Wish will never stop. As long as there are children who need a wish granted, I will be there to answer the call. I will continue to support our military and find new ways to give back to the community. This is not something I do for publicity. It's a part of who I am. Using my platform to make a positive impact is, and always will be, my life's most important work. It's the truest expression of hustle, loyalty, and respect. And even though I won't be competing every week, I will always be a part of the WWE family. WWE is my home. It's where I grew up. I'll be back for special appearances to say hello and to feel that incredible energy of the crowd one more time. I'll be watching the next generation of superstars and cheering them on as they begin their own journeys to the top of the mountain. I want to be a mentor and a source of advice for them, just as the veterans were for me when I was a rookie full of ruthless aggression. So as this chapter closes, a new one begins. The kid from West Newbury who had a dream in his dad's basement got to live it beyond his wildest imagination. I got to be a superhero for kids around the world. I got to stand for something positive, and I got to share it all with the greatest fans in the world. Thank you for letting me be your champion. Thank you for cheering, for booing, and for always being passionate. Remember to always work hard, be loyal to those you love, and respect everyone. And no matter what, never ever give up. The champ is here, forever.